What is up guys, I'm Nightspeeds, and in this video I'll be teaching you guys how to impossible the best way. Why am I saying the best way? Well, because the easiest way may not always be the best way. So I'm going to teach you how to really get that wrap around the foot and not make it look like a 360 pop shove. I would consider the impossible a pretty advanced trick, so it would be very cool if you had some basics like an ollie and pop shove at the very least. But just, you know, feel comfortable riding a skateboard, maybe have some scoop related tricks. I don't know, like a 360 pop shove it. But really what helped me the most was having pressure flip. And that's not a trick I'm very good at, but just be able to kind of, you know, have that scoop, because that's how I do the impossible. Some people pop it more, and that's what makes it more into a 360 pop shove it. So to really get a good impossible that wraps around your foot, you're gonna have to scoop it. So if you've just been standing on the ground for a bit trying to get that kind of wrap around your foot, you should be able to figure out where you prefer to have your back foot. I personally like to have it right in the pocket on the very edge of the skateboard, actually pretty close to where the tail kind of begins, but that's just where I can kind of get it to flip a little bit and then just wrap it around with my back foot. And the same thing goes for your front foot. It should just be in a place where you feel comfortable having it. It's basically just going to get out of the way, so I tend to have it on the very edge of the skateboard. Sometimes it's very low on the board, sometimes it's way up on the nose, and you see some of the old school dudes kind of really have it on the edge of the skateboard, right on the edge of the nose. But that's because it really helps that the instant you remove that front foot, it pressures around your back foot. Depending on how comfortable you feel with wrapping it and kind of scooping it, you should be ready to actually try it now. But a thing I did before learning it was just to do the step off impossible, or, you know, a no comply impossible. So just have your front foot on the very edge of the skateboard ready to get off, your back foot in the pocket ready to scoop, and then as soon as you take your front foot off the skateboard, it's going to scoop and then wrap around your back foot. And you can just practice that, aim for the bolts when you land, and actually feel like you kind of do it all in one motion, because that really helps getting the confidence to do an impossible. For someone like me who hasn't done it in a lot of years, I actually had to kind of relearn it, and it took some time, because all of a sudden your front foot has to go down and step off and all of this stuff that you don't need to think about when actually doing a real impossible, because then you just get the front foot out of the way and then put it back on when it's time. And just before I committed fully to an impossible, I kind of did these where I jump like I'm supposed to do it, but then right before I land, I take my front foot way out there. So you don't accidentally land on the board again, but then just do that a couple of times until you get that wrap and the scoop perfectly. But don't do it too much, because once you get that really good one where you'll be like, oh damn, I should have committed to that one, then it's time to stop and then start committing, because then for each time you do that, you're going to lose confidence. If you decide to learn the kind of 360 pop shove it version of the impossible, where you actually guide the board all the way with your foot, that's fine too. But if you do it on accident, like I sometimes do, you know, the problem is in the pressure moment, and you really have to kind of scoop down and get the wrap around. And one thing that actually helps is to have a fresh board and some fresh grip tape. The fresh grip helps the wrap, and the fresh board helps get the scoop better. Another thing that might happen to you, and probably the thing that happens to me the most often, is land too far up on the nose. And you see this from very well respected pros like Jimmy Collin. He does it over big stuff, but he sometimes lands pretty funny. He also does it in games of skate and stuff. But that is just a very common problem. But it is basically in the wrap, you have to kind of wrap it forwards. If you just think about doing it in the same place, but you're actually moving, of course you're going to land on the front of the board. So try to really get that wrap with you around and aim for the bolts. And the way you wrap the board around your foot is also just what determines how high it's going to get. I really hope some of these tips help you guys learn the impossible, and well, go out there, learn it. There are so many possibilities with this trick, so just get out there and have fun. And then I'll just see you guys in the next video.